we're going live. I clicked the button.
Say when.
We'll see in a moment. Yeah, we're live right now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Only a delay.
However, how do you get to see what people are saying, or if they say something? Oh, here we go. Is that it?
Chris Carter said test. Yeah. I say we're doing it.
Can people hear us? Well, there's one person watching, it says. What if I can make this bigger?
Scroll back up because I want to see how bad this delay is. Already. Why is it?
Okay.
It just gets by you. That's why I got discontinued.
Yeah, not enough people bought them. I think Wolfers Etc. still has some. Hey guys, so headphones and microphones, so we are live.
I don't like the headphones.
Oh. You mean guys don't?
I'll pick it up and listen if I need to listen, but like right now we can hear each other.
There's nothing for us to listen to. I'm not playing any videos or anything, but it's basically to hear if you get off, you know, you
I'm trying to answer. Are you hiring? Yes. We are always hiring. You just need to email Bryan.
No, I don't handle I don't handle that shit.
Bryan with a Y, Sundown.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Hold on, let's see here. I don't hear you guys. So we're just waiting for a bunch of people to get in before we start talking about whatever the hell we're going to talk about.
That's fine. I'll just keep answering whatever questions are here.
Go for it, Derek. Go for it.
Y'all ask us some questions.
Yep. So we're kind of topicless today. However, we have Derek here. So and Derek, if you guys have watched,
they say can't hear me.
Can't hear Derek.
Can you hear me in your headphones?
I can hear you in my headphones.
Oh, okay.
How about Charlie? Do you guys hear Charlie?
Hello.
Because I hear everything just fine. Bring your microphone down a little bit, though, Charlie. Do like this. See, like a V-shaped deal?
Oh, I didn't even know it.
Yep, it
Man,
moves.
we're doing all types of shit. I didn't even know.
Oh, yeah, it's very movable.
You guys hear
Nice.
all three of us.
All right.
Paint Man 2020 said I can hear everybody.
Cool.
Thank you, Paint Man. So,
Stay.
once we get a little more people in here, let's see, how many people do we have? It shows us somewhere here. Actually, let me maximize that. There we go. We got 14 watching right now. I want more people.
Yeah. All right. The SA-18 got discontinued because y'all didn't buy them.
Yes. And I think if you were to look for any new ones, Wolfers Etc. may have some.
They're probably the only place left that has some
I
in
don't
stock.
think JP has Down for Sound. I don't think they have any. I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
I'm positive JP doesn't have any.
Yep. So that's what's up with the SA-18. Just not enough people bought them. It's hard to fit 18s in a build sometimes. Sort of.
Not practical for a lot of people.
No. But if you want the best bang for your buck, an SA-18 will kick some ass.
If you can fit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only needed like 4 cubes, honestly. 4 to 4.5, 5 maybe.
5 minimum, or don't waste your time. I've done a lot of the 18s, older night shoes and stuff. I've done them in the 4 cubes. They don't work as well. Like, they'll play. You can put them in there, they'll play, but you're not going to get the output you'll get in 5
They'll
cubes.
get punchy, though.
It's a monster difference from 4 to 5 cubes in those subs.
Output-wise?
Yeah.
Now, are you talking about output-wise all across the board, or just a specific frequency
Every
range?
which way there is. You go from 4 foot net volume to 5, major difference.
I've always kind of been a fan of bigger boxes, especially if you're going to do anything musical. SPL, it depends.
SPL is often smaller box, bigger port, I would assume, right?
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends, but yeah, in a lot of cases, smaller box. But if you're doing anything other than SPL, I would always choose a bigger box if I can.
Hey, guys, I need you to share this on social media. Actually, the 2 of you, if you could. Let's see.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah.
Hold up. Charlie, I've rewatched your vid with T-Fade and skipped like 3 times just trying to get tips and tricks to get my 97 Avalon louder. Is that Avalon a trunk car or is that an SUV?
That's a trunk.
It's a trunk.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
It's like a big Camry.
Right, it's huge.
Hey, Cornelius. Cornelius is a dealer for us out in, was it the Netherlands or Norway? One of the two.
I'm pretty sure it's the Netherlands.
I think it's the Netherlands.
Could be
Thank you,
wrong.
Cornelius.
Who, what?
Cornelius Kaiser. He is our distributor
I'm
out
pretty sure
there.
it's the Netherlands. That's
It's Emperor Audio.
Emperor Audio. Yeah, right.
I'm bad with names, so I don't know.
So you guys in Europe, contact Mr. Cornelius. All right. Let's see.
Wait, are we?
I want to
Huh?
hit about 20 to 25 people before we start.
Wait, if you
Getting
want your
on
trunk
some
car
kind of
louder,
topic.
sound deaden the bejesus out of your trunk.
Yes.
That should be step one.
Jesus.
In the trunk itself should be a tank. The rest of the vehicle depends on the vehicle, but the trunk itself should be a tank. That's where you need to start.
Yeah, keep in mind that's where all the pressure's at. It's all going to build up there in the trunk, and you need to get it out of that trunk into the cabin. And best way to contain that pressure and shoot it forward is sound deaden the bejesus out of it.
There's got to be a way of sharing this shit. Where's the share button?
Vibraflex is magic.
Yeah, I think in the BMW, every time we added a layer, it gained. Like I think the trunk lid might have been 7 or 8 layers. Obviously it was thinner deadener. That wasn't like Vibraflex, but yeah, every layer was up there for a reason. It just kept getting louder.
Oh, here we go. I think that.
Don't want them trunk panels going wonky.
All right, I'm gonna get on Facebook right quick.
I wonder if I can share it.
I'll share it to Facebook, and then you guys can share it there. How about
Yeah.
that? So we'll just type this.
I've seen some 3 SA12s in a flat wall. Like, how small of a car is this that you're only doing 3 SA12s?
I think Chris has a Nissan hardbody extended cab.
You're doing a flat wall with 3 SA12s?
It's not mine. I don't.
It just seems tiny. Honestly, it seems like a waste of time only doing 3 12s in a wall.
Do 6 of them.
I will always be a fan of maximizing cone area.
Charlie.
No, that's my dad. I mean, you could tag him too. I don't care. But
Fuck it. We'll try. There we go. You need to put a junior at the end of your name. Junior.
Oh God, no.
And Derrick. Fuck it. We're going to tag JP. Why not?
All the exposure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Jonathan Price, Down for Sound.
Yes, sir.
Downforsoundshop.com.
He carries a very large amount of our product in stock at all times. Probably more than most dealers.
He tries to keep some of everything in
Yeah.
stock.
It said the link is not working.
Oh, what is this shit?
I don't know.
You goobered it.
Damn.
Here, I'll do it like this.
Damn
You ready?
Bryan.
Let me edit this real quick. Edit.
Here, can I watch this on my phone?
You probably can.
Oh God, the delay is probably horrendous.
There we go.
It should be at least a 5-second delay. I believe.
Oh yeah, but at least I can see these questions again.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a good idea.
There we go. There we go. I changed it.
Where are we at? Where are we at? Anyway, generically, here's the best thing I can say. You're talking about doing a wall. When I'm thinking of doing a wall, I'm going to get in, I'm going to take my measurements, I'm going to see how much space, and not just volume. I mean space like area as well as volume I have to work with, and step 1 is maximize cone area. And yeah, after I maximize cone area where I know I can get the right amount of subs in cone area to the right amount of port area, and I build from there. Generically though, SA12s, at least 1 3/4, but probably about 2 cubic foot a piece, and you're going to be good to go.
All right. Fuck it. There we go. Facebook's acting wonky. That should do it.
Seen a dude ask about what was it? I saw something about Noiko. Yeah.
All right, there's 22 people watching.
Best,
Oh boy.
Best hardware to mount an X15, decking screws. Decking screws are awesome. They're solid. They're hardcore. I don't believe in any fancy hardware. Just some basic Phillips head, thick decking screws.
I'll show you some decking screws.
The trunk car I built was actually only Noiko. It only had Noiko in it. It did pretty well. Did a 60.2 Outlaw and a 58.3 sealed, so I'd say it does well. I mean, obviously, you can accomplish the same with 1 or 2 layers of Vibraflex as you could multiple layers of Noico, but for the price, it is kind of hard to beat.
Yeah, when it comes to sound deadener, there's 2 things to consider. So typically people think sound deadener, you think you're going to deaden the sound. When it comes to SPL, deadening the sound is irrelevant. You want to stiffen the panels, strengthen
Stop
the panels.
things from moving.
So when it comes to that, it's the foil backing makes a better difference than anything else. You want to get a strong foil backing in there.
I'm a big fan of second
That's going to be your biggest difference between sound deadeners for the purpose of SPL. That's why Vibraflex does so good, because it's so strong. Like that stuff
hard as
hardens
shit.
like
Yeah.
freaking rock.
I'm a big fan of Second Skin. No sponsor or anything, but they do some. Their metal backing is super thick, or at least it used to be. I haven't tried the newer stuff recently, but
yeah, I've used Second Skin. My old Explorer, that's all it had was Second Skin in it.
Damplifier Pro, that was
lately,
the shit.
You know, we got a bunch of the new concept stuff. We got hooked up with new concepts, brought in a whole pallet of their really good deadener, and that was some really good stuff. We use that in a lot of builds around here.
If I was gonna point out one
Real
bad
quick.
thing about Noico is the aluminum backing is super thin. Like if you're trying to contour it to anything and it's not already kind of set in there, it'll rip. That's
Yeah.
probably my only legitimate gripe with Noico.
Adrian says, "How many watts is your old 8-inch EV3?" Well, all the E series 8-inch woofers, we've always kept at 300 watts. That's just what we've always rated them at. Even though throughout the years we've upgraded them big time, we still rate them at 300 watts. They're just a stronger 300 watts now. Derek,
Right.
the Blazer, 4th, DB drag. All right, so let's start talking about the Blazer, because that's actually one of the main topics we were going to talk about today. So as you guys see, Derek on the Sundown Unofficial YouTube channel has a build log he's been working on, and he's working on a Blazer. Let's talk a little more about that, Derek.
Well, to answer this question real quick, yes, it will be getting a 4th order. So that's. But
How much details you want?
I mean, I don't know. Where do I want to start?
Well, all
mostly.
right, hold on. So, what clicked in your head to make you want to do this again? Because I know you've done a lot of builds. You did our Terra, right? You did you were a big big portion of the build. I can't get it out.
Yep.
I can't get it out, guys.
What was that? I did 99.99% of everything.
We sold
in
the Terra to DB Revolution. That's who
hold
runs
on,
the Terra now.
We bought the Terra. It had a shell in it. That's it. It came with a shell. Everything else was me. Like, there was nothing else in it. It wasn't no system. There was no bot, not built. It had a shell.
Right.
I did everything else. Hell, there wasn't any sound deadener in the damn thing when we got it. There was, well, no, excuse me. There was some pieces on the doors, the roof, the floor, the whole cab. There was no sound deadener there. I did all that work. I did all the tubes, the multiple tubes we built and put in there and tested and tried, all the coronary configurations. That was all me.
Start
100%.
to finish on that Terra, because that was like a 3 to 4 year thing for us, right?
That was almost 5 years, I think.
It
was a while.
It was like 3 or 4 seasons, something like that. What was the first number we got out of it, and what was the last number? It was a 72. I know that was like the last number. What was the first number? It was like a mid 60s.
I mean, you say first number. First time we turned it on, it probably did 40s, and we just threw some random stuff in there. I think literally the first time we turned it on,
literal testing, real testing.
Oh, so real testing. Probably the first time I built a couple cubes, square random ass cubes. Put a couple yard sale ZV3s. I'll tell you how bad this was. I went out to the yard sale, grabbed the first 2 ZV3s I saw. One had a cracked frame. So all I did was drill extra holes in it and just shot extra screws through it. So one was just busted all to hell with a cracked frame. I shot extra screws into it.
That worked.
Mounted them in there. I think I had was probably a single NS1 V1 back then or something. I don't know. It was whatever power. I think the first time I turned it on, it did like a 62 and change.
Yeah, I sat in that vehicle. You didn't crank it all the way, but we had the meter up, and it was a 63 when I sat in it, and that was at like was it 55, 60 hertz. And I don't want to sit in anything stronger than that.
Yeah, it typically
that hurts.
Depending on which setup we had, it ranged usually between 56 and 59 was where it peaked at. So all the people in drag that was crying that Super Street needed a frequency cap of 60 hertz like street stock, like you'd have still been ruined.
Yep.
You would not have stopped that thing. It
Starting
peaked below
early, I see.
60.
So I guess back to the Blazer. Actually, I want to ask the people that are watching. Can you?
He says it's a 70 hertz car. The Terra was not a 70 hertz car. It peaked in the 50s.
I don't think
he's
you
saying-
ever
he's
did
saying
70
Great
hertz.
job on lower, great job making it peak low.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Good job, Cornelius. By the way, everybody who's watching, I want to make sure can everybody see all 3 cameras that I have up? And when I switch to cameras, do you see me switching to cameras? I want to make sure that works because I'm using a weird program. We're gonna have a delay in that too, but let's get back to the Blazer and we'll just listen to what. Actually, let's see. John Alston, he says, "Can I get 2X12s and a charger?" Yes, you can.
Easy.
That's about as big as you want to go for a pair of woofers.
Charger's got a
and
good
charger.
sized trunk, but yeah, the 2X12s will fit. No sweat.
You can definitely do that.
5 foot
2X12s,
net volume,
5
8-inch
cubes net.
port.
Big old box. That's the biggest you want to put in that thing.
Tune where you like it, but tune down low.
Yeah.
25 hertz, 30 hertz. It's gonna kill the lows,
Yeah.
guaranteed. I've
That-
done so many. I feel like I've done 200 boxes like that with X's and ZV5s and stuff, and it works. It works awesome.
Yep.
All the way back to Stevens Impala, which was I don't even know how many years ago.
Yeah.
When he first had the ZV412s in there, 5 feet, 8-inch port. It works every time.
All right, let's go back to your Blazer. So the Terra's gone, and I guess you just wanted something to work on. You got that itch again, right?
Now, yeah. After getting rid of the Terra, so the Terra always had a goal, and that was be the loudest Terra there was. Be the loudest, period. Not even just Terra. Be the loudest, period.
Right.
Be the loudest in the world, and the 172 did that. The loudest Super Street score in the world in history when we did that.
This is not Extreme we're talking
No,
about.
this is Super Street. Stock cab, extreme back end of the car, the way
Right.
Super Street works. But yeah, stock cab, stock glass, just sound deadener.
Yeah, before you get into the Blazer, let's talk about what Super Street really means. 'Cause
Yes,
a lot of people
essentially-
don't understand that.
Stock cab, extreme back half. That's Super Street. That sums it up in a nutshell.
What can you do to the cab?
Sound deadener and spray foam. That's it.
Can do anything to door panels.
You can do custom door panels, but you can't go crazy. Like you have thickness limitations. Like I think they can only be 1/4 inch thick if you do custom door panels, stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Gotcha.
So basically, cosmetic stuff is still fine. You can do that. Anything you do for any modifications for the purpose of adding SPL are illegal. I think that's the way the rules word it.
With the intent to gain.
Yeah.
But even still, if you do door panels, they gotta house speakers and stuff. You can't just have a flat panel with nothing on it.
All right, so back to the Blazer. What the hell are you doing?
All right. Well, after the Terra, I was kind of done. I just felt like I was burnt out, done with it. So we took.
I remember.
We took a year off. Didn't do anything last year. Nothing at all. Except take the van to some shows.
You
That's
did
all we
some work on the van. That was that time period, right?
Yeah, and come finals just made me miss competing. I was there, but I was like, I'm here and I don't have nothing to do, and
Just walking around,
I felt like I needed something.
just kicking
And,
stones.
yeah, that's what started it. I don't know how much. Do we want to start the drama?
Oh yeah, the whole
Do it.
drama.
Let's hear
Okay,
it. I want the
do it.
drama.
Hashtag fuck Chris Peters.
Uh oh.
And we'll start the drama off there.
Somebody tag him.
So there's a mini truck out there that I built, and I was supposed to get my hands on. And let's just say there was a bunch of drama back and forth, and I did not get my hands on it.
Mm-mm.
So I decided to build my own.
And now it's time to show it up.
Yep.
What did that? Are you allowed to say what numbers that was hitting? That
I think the best number it's showed in competition is a 69.5 for that one.
that's a strong competitor.
Yeah.
That was you that made that happen. And now you're trying to beat it, obviously.
I'm trying to beat everything.
Are you
Same.
actually trying to hit a number higher than the Terra in your Blazer? Realistically.
I won't say higher. Right now, I'm definitely shooting for a moon. I believe in having a big goal to shoot for. Same as I did when I built the Terra. Like I set a goal to be the loudest. Period.
Mhm.
That's not really my goal this time, but I did a 172 in a Terra. I'm gonna do a 172 in this Blazer.
All right. I
Heard
hope
it
you do
here
it.
first.
And people, 'cause
Mark his
people
words.
think American vehicles aren't capable of keeping up. and they are. So I got to prove it.
I think
Right.
people just see Terra numbers, Marbella numbers, Panda numbers, whatever, and they're just like, oh, if they can do it, there's no way in hell I can. They don't try. I mean, people do that all the time. Like, they see a car do a good number, they reach that number, and they're like, obviously I made it, you know, to what that car is capable
Well, we
of.
all see Alphard kicking ass right now at the Terras, so I guess it's time to switch it up a little bit and get into something different.
Yeah. Well, since ours came out and got super loud, there's been several others come behind that now.
Are you saying they're trying to follow Sundown? No.
All I'm saying is none of them had fourth orders until the Sundown Terra did.
Yeah, Sundown Terra was the first band pass. I
Yeah.
love band passes in SBL.
Yeah, well, the Terra that we ended up with originally came from France. I think it went to France to Brazil or Canada. I think it was in Brazil at one point.
I don't know anything about France. I mean, it's from Italy.
Well, it's a French vehicle, isn't it?
No, it's Italian.
Okay, well, it's a European vehicle.
Yeah.
Went from there to, I believe, Brazil, then to Canada, and then here to America. And was it you went up?
I didn't. I the weekend to go get it. I had everything set up. Went and I even got a passport, everything ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jake picked a random off the wall weekend to go that I couldn't do it. I'm like, I can't go. So actually, it was Jake and Sean drove up to Canada and picked that up and brought it back.
I think Jake was sick during that ride too.
He was.
But they went up to Canada. I believe it was in the Toronto area, somewhere up in that area, and they picked it up and drove it down. They actually had no trouble getting it through customs or any of that shit, which was pretty cool.
I feel like customs pretty lax, Canada anyway. You know, from Canada into the U.S. and vice versa.
They're very nice. They're like, oh, these kids in their base vehicles. All right, so you're building a Blazer, and it's going to be.
Yep.
Are you going to do super?
We'll go with why did I choose a Blazer? So if people don't know, I've actually owned several four-door Blazers. I've had several mini trucks. Sold my last one 2 years ago, and it's still out there. And it's one of those things that I build one, and then I sell it, and then a year or two later I regret it every time. And yeah, so I sold that last one, and come this time I'm like, crap, I should have never sold that thing. And so yeah, so now I'm picked a Blazer again because I love four-door square bodies. They're one of my favorite vehicles of all time.
Real quick, I just want to ask everybody, is anybody having any trouble viewing us? Because it's giving me like an error. Well, not an error, but it's saying I have bad video settings.
I mean, on my phone it looks decent, but I mean, I guess
You see it though? It's working?
I mean, yeah, it appears it's.
Yeah, when I pulled it up on my phone, it all
It's
looked
not
like it was
frozen or
working
anything.
fine.
Yeah, it's moving.
All right. Well, we're just going to go for it.
Yeah, but another thing's, obviously I love Blazers, but I also, being familiar with it, there was some interior characteristics of it that I felt would be very beneficial to SPL.
All right. I mean, that's as far as you'll take that.
I mean, yeah, that's simple. I can't go into every little detail of why, but yeah, I felt a Blazer would work really well. And
they're also cheap.
so
You can get them dirt cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you try to find a Panda or something like that, now since everybody's shooting for one of those, it's kind of harder to find, and the prices will be up.
Another thing, it adds to, like, this isn't really why I did it, but it's different. Like, not, you know, everyone goes for the Astro or the Caravans are hot right now. Everyone's trying to build Caravans for SPL. Like, those are played out. Everyone's doing it, and everyone's doing similar numbers in them. Like, let's do something different.
Right. Are you doing?
People never thought a mini truck would get that loud until I did it.
You doing Super Street 3.4, or are you not sure yet?
I am gonna do multiple classes.
Ah. All right.
You're
gonna make it modular so you can just take shit in and out?
That is exactly what I'm doing.
All right.
I am doing it a very, very particular way so that I can fit some different cone area combinations in there and play with it and test different things out and see what works best.
That's awesome. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna ask you a question. I want to go into too many details of your build.
Right now, I don't care.
I was gonna ask you what types of pods you were gonna do and how you were gonna do them, and
I'm gonna do standard tubes.
Not round though. You're doing like the octagons.
No, I'm gonna do round ones.
Really?
Yeah. Octagons work, but we've done that. I've done the cube, and I did this in the Terra. I built cubes for it. I built octagons for it. I built several different octagons for it, and then we went to round ones, and we played with,
I don't ever remember round tubes in there.
It's what it had in the end. That's what we got
swear.
loudest with was round tubes.
I remember octagons.
Yeah, and I literally tested every little thing going from
How,
square
how do you,
to
how'd
octagon
you, how'd you
to
make them?
round.
Do you just cut a bunch of pieces and sandwich them together?
Jared Gibson at G-Works cut the tubes out for
There
us.
you go, folks.
And that's who I'm going to get to cut my tubes to. He's got that big CNC. He can
Mhm.
cut all the rings, ship me the rings over, and stack fab them.
Nice. When you do that, do you do... I know you glue them, obviously, but do
Mhm.
you run screws in every so many sheets? Or
You don't have to. Because, all right, you got all your rings. You got your back plate. You got your front plate.
Mhm.
Start with your back plate, glue, stack it, a nail gun. Just a small brad nail, something to
brad
hold it
nail.
together. The glue is going to do most of the initial
Are you
strength anyway.
compressing over time?
As I stack it, yeah, because I'll have them flat on the ground, just ring. And like when I did the Terra ones, like me and Stevie literally we built them together right
Mhm.
out there on the shop floor. Just put it up, line it up with your hand, couple nails, 2, 3, 4 nails to hold it.
Right.
Keep stacking it up. Once you get it all done, then we'll put some weight on it, compress it down, let them dry overnight.
Gotcha.
Then I'm always going to go back and do some strengthening work and sealing work after
Yep.
that. So putting screws in it is pointless. You're just wasting time and
I asked
money.
that because I remember Walt Johnson was having some issues. I think it was a few years ago. He had a similar... He was doing something similar. I remember it just like fell apart on him. I wasn't sure if it was...
stack fab box like separated.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it would be a better idea to put screws in, or when the final product is done, maybe do a layer of
when I get
glass
done,
work.
screws will be pointless. Yeah,
That's right, you heard
like
it.
I said, the Terra tubes. When we got done with them, I went back and we resined them inside and out, and it wasn't just like, oh, those slap some resin in there and done. Like it was literally put a coat on it inside and out, let it dry. Come back later, another coat, let it dry. I spent 8 hours coming back doing coat after coat after coat, a whole day of just resining those tubes.
Mm. Nice.
Nope.
Did you take any pictures of the wheels you got on your vehicle today?
I did.
You want to show the people?
If we want to do a sneak peek.
Shoot me a
I
Facebook.
I was kind of saving that for my next.
Well, we
my
only
next
have 31
update.
people watching. I mean, hell. If you shoot it to me through Facebook, I can show the people on the screen.
Oh, okay, hold on.
You guys just hold on, all right?
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and say for some of the guys out there that might not know, I'm further along than obviously what the videos have put out. But here's.
Yeah, you just posted one today, I believe, right?
Yeah, so this morning it was kind of a Tech Time Thursday / Project SPL update, and it was how to apply Vibroflex, and just to throw some effort in there. I came up here on Sunday.
Look at Derek donking out his damn blazer.
Oh yeah, 26s, bling bling.
Did some trading for those.
The lift ain't on it yet. We just barely got the wheels. They're close. If you look at it, that front fender, dude.
You put
it's
any
on
weight.
it.
You put any weight on that rear, it's just gonna rub.
Yeah, the rear still stock suspension
It's actually
right now.
surprising amount of clearance on the rear.
Sags a
Though.
little
I'm
bit.
very surprised you were able to
There
fit
is
them on there.
0 turning radius. Like I think I can get half a turn on the steering wheel and it's done. But yeah, it's getting full donked out.
Steve wants to know if you're
As it
doing any
should be.
music classes.
I will be doing base race, and that's the only class I have in intentions right now on doing.
Bass race is just like that one song everybody plays.
You can play whatever you want in base race now. As long as it's not a tone, you can play whatever music you want. You can play modified music, just
Right.
no tones.
What is that song? I hear everybody play the same damn song all the
Street
time.
beat. I just call it the Uzak Street Beat song.
Gotcha.
That's what most guys are playing. I mean, people have their different preferences. That's about what I play anymore.
So yeah,
You know,
I'm gonna actually go back.
Not saying
up.
I won't jump in like a ISPLL class or something, maybe randomly, but I've got a sore history with IASCA, so I have no intentions of doing IASCA.
Another question from Adrian says, "What in your experience, what's the best patchwork you can do? I guess on a surround."
Nah, E6000.
Yeah,
Someone answering right behind
E6000.
it.
I've also seen people do Gorilla Tape. It does work. It's kind of a bitch to do. Kind of a bitch to do it. But E6000, what I've done before, and everybody does this kind of shit differently. I've done E6000 on the top to make it so it doesn't look stupid, and I've done Gorilla Tape on the bottom part of the roll so you don't see it, and that seemed to work. That worked for me for at least 3 months on an old shitty woofer I had. Let's see what other questions we got here. Da-da-da-da. And we're going back up here. Boom, boom, boom. We ain't got much going on.
Yeah, there's nothing up there.
Yeah. All right.
But just to throw something out there for you guys, like I came up here and I spent 11 hours this weekend in one day, 11 hours straight, just applying Vibraflex to this truck. And since then, me and Mike have stayed late every night for a couple hours doing Vibraflex.
The video you just posted today was the one about Vibraflex.
Yeah, all about how to install Vibraflex.
It is a job
You
of
have
its
to
own.
cook it.
And if you're doing the roof of the vehicle, you need a second person. Period.
It helps a ton, especially if you're trying to put big sheets. If you're by yourself and you're doing the roof, you know you can get it down to small, more manageable sheets. Especially the Vibraflex you buy from any of the other guys that they got it cut into small pieces to fit in the flat rate boxes. Our Vibraflex is still in the massive sheets.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. The big sheets that we
put
get,
that up by yourself.
Our sheets are what, 4x4?
No, they're about 40 by 40 inches.
Okay.
They're a metrics. But they're roughly 40 by 40.
Yeah, they're huge, and I see you
and heavy.
Yeah, they're about what, a 1/4 inch thick or close to it.
No, they're more like an 1/8 inch or so. I actually meant to get a caliper and put on one today because I've never actually measured the caliper how thick they are, but they got to be in the.
It's got to be at least 10 mil.
No, come on, like 160 mil.
I swear it's thick as shit.
Yeah, but not 10. I'm like 160
millimeters. I'm talking about millimeters.
Yeah,
that's got to be close to 10 millimeters.
Mil is not the same as millimeter.
Yeah, I'm not talking about mils.
Okay,
no, I'm not talking about mil. Yeah.
Oh, then I don't know. No, yeah.
Because
the thinnest Vibraflex I've seen is 160, and Pure Pressure has some stuff up that's like 220 now or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
What you looking up, Charlie?
Mil to millimeter.
I'll throw a little something out there.
Sure.
We're going to be exploring some Sundown deadener.
Oh, because of the local company and the.
Yes.
Are we allowed to talk about any of this?
That's it.
We're always here's the deal, folks. We're always exploring all realms of car audio.
Not saying it's going to happen. But we're going to explore it.
Yeah, we've looked into a lot of things that people ask us to look into, which we don't. In a lot of cases, we don't go that route.
And yes, I'll be applying Vibraflex to the floor, the doors, everywhere. Everywhere it can be applied to, it's going to get applied.
Oh, wow.
The entire cab.
Cornelius wants to know where we get the Vibraflex. Well, Cornelius, since you're in Europe, contact B2. Contact Jay Home. It's a very good place to get it. I know he at one point sold it or had a connection to get it.
As far as I know, everybody that has Vibraflex right now imported it, and we did too. We imported pallets. We actually imported several pallets.
Yeah.
Oh, just 160 mil is 4.064 millimeters.
All right. So we'll say 5 mil.
Close enough.
Millimeters. Let's see, one bag of can. One bank of caps or another battery? That's a question.
Depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is what I'll tell people. If you burp your setup at all in SPL, get caps. 100% get caps. If you're daily, it depends. You could put caps in there and not notice a single difference, or you could put caps in there and make a world of difference. It really depends. There's too many little variables.
Generally, when folks call here at Sundown with tech questions and they ask that particular question, I just say, "What are you doing with it?" Like, "Oh, it's my daily setup, and I might go to a show from time to time." Well, I say just get a secondary battery. There's not a huge point in getting caps. You're spending out the ass. And it's more for a quick burst than anything. Yeah. And don't go buying those damn caps.
But they work.
Don't go buying those 1 or 2 fairy caps you see other people.
If you listen to music that's very transient and punchy, caps are going to work great for you. They're going to work awesome, and you should definitely get them.
Some metal.
If you're listening to music that's just a straight bomb, it's like a bass tone, well, what's going to happen is your caps are going to expend all their energy, and then you're out. And it's going to happen within the first few seconds. So if you're listening to a 30-second song, it's just that bass note just going bomb for 30 seconds.
Right.
You're going to run out of juice in the first 5 seconds.
That's why you see people get multiple cap banks.
You're not going to have it for the rest of it. So that's why I said there's just so many little variables, and if a cap bank is right for you, that it's almost impossible for me to tell someone yes or no. But I can say if you
It's
burp and you do SPL, yes, 100% get a cap bank.
It's a trial and error type of thing. Let's see.
I'll run caps in everything.
Yeah.
Daily setup, I'll still put caps in it because I love caps.
Shannon Moore says 1 amp for 2 U12s, 3K or 4K. Well, being as you're asking Sundown, we have to say to use a 3K.
No, we don't have to.
Often.
They're
So
rated.
it's
We have
after
to
dark.
say they are rated 1,500 watts.
Often you
But-
will find folks running a little bit more on their subwoofers.
If I was doing it, I'd have a 6K on them. Just saying, but I would recommend
I was gonna
get
say,
at least a 4K.
In a
but
standard daily setup, I think
No.
all of us here,
they are rated 1,500 watts.
yeah, all of us here would run at least a 4K on them on a daily setup.
I have a
At least.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the Justy, we have a 7,500 per unit.
I'll say that one. If I remember right, the U15 video at the end when I did the music torture test, God, I came out putting like over 6,000 watts into that thing on music,
Mhm.
and I held that for a while. And God, I think it held 6K for like 20 or 25 seconds.
Yeah.
So it took some abuse.
Josh B says explore some official 2-aught OFC. Well, here's the deal, Josh. We would love to get some 2-gate. Well, I want to say we would love to. It would be something that we may be interested in exploring, but here's the problem. Due to the tariffs, we're probably going to do away with our wire.
Yeah,
Or a good
wires
portion
getting
of our
taxed
wire.
like crazy.
There's not enough markup in the industry. It's one of those race to zero issues that we're coming across. That's in everything. But now the new tariffs, getting charged 30% over the normal 5% that we were getting charged for import taxes. Bringing wire in is almost not feasible. So we're actually going to probably phase a wire out if we see the tariff thing keep going on the next couple of years. And I think the last run of wire that we did, is the last order we're going to place
No.
for a while.
NSP4 Part 2.
What's this? Oh, yeah.
We don't have hoodies on the website, but we do make them. We make them. Most of these are all made in house. I don't know. I guess we should get those on the website.
We should. We've been saying it for years.
We just don't stock.
Same
them.
thing with
That's-
hats. We actually have a dude for hats, and
The thing with hoodies, we don't stock any. So if we put them on the website and people order them, we kind of do them one at a time, and we don't want people complaining like, "Hey, my hoodie didn't ship immediately," because so many people want that instant gratification.
Yeah.
They
Oh
want
my.
to buy it and
They wanna
that
see tracking
number
immediately.
instantly. And yeah, sometimes it takes a few days
dude,
to get that one piece
last
made
week,
and done.
3
We
times,
just don't sell enough of them.
3 times in a row last week for 3 different people. Hey, bro, where's my tracking? I think they bought recon kits.
Same day they bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Exactly. Sorry, folks, we don't give tracking until the item is shipping or about to ship. All right, so yeah.
All right, hold on. NSV4 Part 2. Here's what's up with that. I
right.
explained it in the beginning of the X12 woofer test video. So the NSV4 test is going to have more testing done than any other woofer test I've done in the past. And I posted a picture. I was doing the test the beginning of that week on Facebook. Everybody loved it. So when I started doing the testing, I'm like, all right, I can't stop here. And what testing I got done in the one day. But I took what I had, posted it to go ahead and give everybody a teaser.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, as soon as I get a chance, I'm going to get back in there. I'm going to do some more testing. If you actually look in the background of another video, I think you can see there's like 3 or 4 boxes you'll see on the ground back there behind the Jeep because I'm doing a bunch of testing.
That was the walk around, the building walk around.
Yeah, there was one I walked through. Yeah, you'll see a bunch of boxes sitting on the ground. I'm doing a bunch of different testing, and I don't want to shortchange y'all with a half-done video. So that's where what I'm probably going to end up doing is doing multiple parts. So I got the first thing we'll call it Part 1. I got that done. I'm going to do some more testing, some different boxes, probably do a Part 2 or even a Part 3. And, yeah, I'm not going to be satisfied with a good video until I get all the full testing done. I will also be doing music testing.
Mm.
Big box, big port, low tune music testing. There's a box there just waiting for me to get a chance to get back to it.
Biggins. Are you going to be building any boxes?
No.
We have enough sitting around?
Yeah, we've got enough boxes around.
There's a whole part of this
have to build
building.
any.
There's a whole section of this building where there's just boxes all over the place.
Yeah. Right now I just need time to get back over there and do it. You know, it's way easier. Like when I did the X12 video, I'm grabbing a sub, I'm going to the test bench, I'm showing it off. That's pretty easy to do. It doesn't take that much time.
Yeah.
But when I got to get in the Jeep and get in there and take boxes in and out, take subs in and out, wire things up, do all broad spectrum testing, it actually takes a lot of time.
You got to remember, folks, we're working. So Derrick has a
we
job.
have a full job here.
So he's doing most of his videos, during off hours, and same here. Like we do this podcast, it's 5:30. That's when we kind of start things for the podcast. So it's we have a job. So anyway, going back to the hoodies and the apparel and such. Here's a shirt I'm wearing right here, Sundown After Dark. If anybody's interested, we actually have. I think I put the link in the description. I don't know if you guys can see the description while we're live. Not sure, but there will be a link there where you can purchase the same shirt I'm wearing right here. It's DVS Designs that is making it. That's DVS Designs, and they now have a cart system up with this shirt that I'm wearing.
Yeah, you can see
and sweet, you can see
the description.
Hell yeah! And then if you need a hoodie immediately, I'm pretty sure they do hoodies too. You can contact them through Facebook. That's DVS Designs.
Yeah, they can do hoodies for you.
Yeah,
totally.
DVS Designs. Just search for them on
Do
Facebook.
that.
They don't have a website anymore, so
I had a
They
girl.
will hook you up.
I had a girl I know that's watching it text me and ask if you can make her a yellow hoodie. I said, you can have any color you want as long as it's black or gray.
tell her to buy a yellow one and send it here, and we can make it happen.
That's an option.
That is an option. Don't everybody at
Maybe
once.
if Derrick wants to do it.
Right.
The answer's no. Derrick doesn't wanna do it.
But you can't ask Derrick questions because then you get cryptic answers.
What do you want more, an SV4 video or me make hoodies?
Right.
I only have so much free time.
I understand that, buddy.
I saw somebody ask something about what do you do in a car with no alternator or something like a hybrid. I think it was. Yeah, it said hybrid no alt or something like that. If you go up,
Even
We're at
hybrids
right
have
there.
a 12-volt side.
yeah, hybrid no alt.
Defabo, I don't know, something like that. But
I mean, that's fine. Even as far as I know, hybrids still have an alternator.
right, I thought.
Yeah, there's
like, even
still-
Priuses
They
and
still have
shit.
they still have a 12-volt side to them.
There's still a charging
the-
system.
Yeah,
If
the
not-
typical stuff in them, your lights and everything, all that's still standard car electronics. It
Back
all
in my
still runs on
install
12
days,
volts.
I never touched a hybrid, and I wish I did because I didn't have the experience on any of those.
That's just sketchy, like the
Because they've
main
got
plug and all
don't,
that.
yeah, don't type into the hybrid electrical
Yeah,
side.
well, that's
don't,
like
don't mess with that.
that's a higher voltage, I
Yeah,
believe.
don't touch the plug at all.
Don't stick your finger in the socket.
Touching a plug.
All right, let's get back down here.
But if you don't have an alternator, just all the reserve you can fit.
JP makes it tough on others when it comes to shipping. Yes, he does. He stays late and drives the shit to the UPS place.
JP works crazy hours. Like, he
Dude's
could be
gonna
there-
kill himself
he
one of
could
these
be there
days
5 in the
working that
morning,
hard.
And
He's a
won't
boss
leave
when it
till
comes to shipping.
8, 9 o'clock at night.
So JP has, to my knowledge, right now, I think he just has 2 employees. It's Keith and his girlfriend.
No, he's got 3. He hired another guy.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Keith is the main box guy over there, which I'm sure he also helps in the warehouse
Yep, you
too.
got Keith and Barbara, and I don't know the new guy's name. At least there was a new guy when last I was out there. Back in
Might be that whole intern thing he was doing. I don't know. People went crazy over that. Let's see what else we got here.
Zoom in on Charlie's face. Oh god.
What are the
Don't do
specs
that.
on the OG 15-inch Magic box? We cannot give that
loud
information.
times loud times loud.
Yep.
That's the specs.
Here's the cool thing about the Magic box.
With a port tuned to loud.
This is all I'm going to say about it is it's actually built incorrectly. It's a normal box standards, and that's how it is so loud. It was a mistake that turned into something magical. Jake can tell you more about that at some point. It's actually an old box Jake and his brother built way back in the day. That box is at least 10 years old or close to it.
Could be, yeah.
I was 10 years ago.
Oh, you just turned 20
Just turned 20.
If I remember,
last week?
I think it might be older than that.
November.
I think Jake built that box before he started Sundown Audio.
Yeah, because
Oh,
it had 2 DD10s in it before that. So I mean, I would imagine that he was using DD before he had his own stuff. So
He was using all
That's
sorts
what-
of shit back then.
Yeah, so what his brother was running then.
Yeah. At one point, they were really big into the profile Baja class or Baja woofer or amplifiers.
huh? Oh
Or not profile. It was profile, wasn't it? Did the Baja?
yeah.
Amps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he had multiple builds with the Baja amps. I remember that. He just liked them. Them and the old California amps, the white ones.
Before my
They were
time.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were cheap. I need the secret. Just test. You'll get
What?
there.
Secret.
Make
what?
mistakes.
The magic box, I think.
Oh,
You like
there's no
Build it
there's
wrong,
no
it'll be
secret.
loud.
Look, and here's the other thing. The magic box does not work with every subwoofer. Like it works pretty good with most of our stuff, like our SAs, our U's, but it's not compatible with every subwoofer. So there is no magical.
the Megaroll
secret there.
woofers don't work in it very well at
No,
all.
they don't. They won't even fit. None of the Megaroll woofers
You can invert
will even
them.
fit. ZV4, ZV5, Nightshade, none of them will go in there.
Right. So Charlie,
Yeah.
what did you get today?
What did I get today?
Was it today or yesterday?
Huh?
You just
Oh, I
purchased
got a bed.
a bed. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Dylan, did you purchase a brand new mattress?
Oh, nah. Mike gave me one.
Good for Mike.
Yeah.
That's
Nah,
right,
since I moved up here, September,
Charlie's still new, and he moved up here from the Fayetteville area, just on a whim. Just say, "Oh, I'm working for Sundown now."
Yeah,
and
pretty much. It's funny.
Shacked
I was
up with
supposed to come up here
Stevie.
the 19th, which was a
He
Wednesday.
was following his dreams.
Yes.
Just hopped in
That's
his
how you
car
do
and
it,
went.
It's kind of what we all did.
I was supposed to start
no
here
plan or
September
nothing.
19th, and the Hurricane Florence happened, and we
Oh,
were literally
yeah.
we were literally flooded in. Like
That's
there was
right.
no exit or entry from Fayetteville.
Charlie's Hurricane page.
Yes. Follow Charlie's Hurricane page. But no, I was supposed to be up here the 19th, and I texted Brandon like it's just not going to happen. You know, there's no way I'm going to be able to get out of Fayetteville. There's like 300 road
Right.
closures.
All the
between-
roads are fucked.
Right. 0% chance. And then Fayetteville. Don't disrespect Fayetteville like that.
It's Matt. Hi, Matt.
But yeah, so I ended up 87 like through Spring Lake and everything was open, and then I had to take a bunch of detours. It took me about 5 hours to get up here as opposed to the normal 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started September 20th, but since I've been up here since September 20th, I've been sleeping on an air mattress, and I just got a bed last night.
So you've been sticking to the mattress every night.
Yeah.
Yeesh. I can't do air
It's
mattresses,
bad.
but
It's-
for like
dude,
one
it's so
night.
bad.
Oh
Like,
no, I love air mattress. I slept on a $9 air mattress for like 4 months one time.
I mean, that's how long I've been on mine.
Every time I get
Yeah,
on an air mattress,
I love air mattress.
I wake up the next morning dehydrated and stuck to it.
dehydrated.
Oh, you
I don't-
gotta put sheets down, Brian.
You know,
Goddamn.
I also sleep naked, so
I
yeah.
mean, I think sheets still
the
covers
only
that.
the only issue I ever had sleeping on an air mattress was it getting exceptionally cold. And I like it cold when I sleep, but like it got exceptionally cold sometimes. It would just like suck in the cold. So I had not just put down a sheet under me, but I literally put a comfort under me that I slept on top of a comfort and then had another comforter on top of me
Right.
to help keep me warm. But
I mean, it wasn't horrible for a while, but the problem is, like, I got the cheap one from, well, I had one that Stevie and his girlfriend Caitlin had, and their dogs jumped on it and put a nail through it.
Of course they did.
So
That's what dogs
I
do.
went and bought, like, the cheap one from Walmart, like the $12 or something like that.
no, they got one that's $9.
No, it was
I
$12.
own,
Gotta buy
I
the
own
patch
multiple $9 air mattresses from Walmart.
$9, $12.
They're awesome.
Gotta go to Big
But
Lots
it
and
had,
Dollar
like,
General and get one.
It had, like, the channels in it, so that, like, each thing was kind of filled semi-separately.
Yeah, so
Well-
so all the air doesn't go to one side when you sit
Right.
on it.
Well, the problem was a couple of them broke. So then one night I woke up.
What were you doing on this bed, Charlie?
Jesus.
Goddamn.
I don't know.
All
I did a
alone.
whole lot of stuff on mine. How'd you break it?
No, I got a picture. Like all the air went to like where my feet were. So I just woke up one day with like my head on the one night with my head on the ground, and all the air was at my feet. So then I was like, okay, obviously I'll just go sit on that side and bring it all back up to the top, and it didn't work. It actually just broke, and then you could hear it like weeping out. So then I bought another one, and what I was gonna do is just put the busted one in the box and return it. And I didn't know that Walmart does not do returns on air mattresses at all.
Really?
Like, unless
'Cause
it
all the
still has the
dirtiness?
little tape thing, they won't even.
Wow.
They won't
Bed
return
bugs.
it at all. They'll give you a credit if it hasn't been open, but if it's been open, you're just SOL. He likes.
Yes, Matt. That's
No,
That might be it.
no lies detected.
he likes that dark chocolate.
Yes,
Oh,
thick
yeah.
with 2 C's.
You got to do that Instagram talk that Charlie likes.
I don't know nothing about that, dude. I still can't figure out Instagram. Oh, I have a funny story about Instagram. So I was on my computer at home, and I had it. Well, first I was on my phone, and a dude was messaging me through Instagram, and I wanted to send a picture from my computer to him, and I realized after I brought my daughter in to try to explain how this shit works, that apparently you can't message through Instagram on a PC. You have to only do it on your phone.
Yeah,
The
I think
messenger
it is a
part
mobile
works.
optimized app.
So,
I
ugh,
I
don't
barely use Instagram at all.
What was y'all's first
I mean,
system ever?
barely.
Derrick was around when the speaker was actually invented.
know. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Oh my god.
So what was your first system that you put in a vehicle? That was your system. I say it like that because mine's a little different.
Some
I'm trying to think what my first is.
should have been some MTX Blue Thunder subwoofers. If y'all know how old those are.
Mhm.
Do you? They're older than you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I had they were just acoustic amplifiers.
Oh.
Weren't they orange or whatever?
No, they were gray.
Oh, okay.
They were gray. They might have been like a I don't know. We'll just call them gray. But it was just acoustic.
Were they like the weird logo? They had a no. I'm thinking of it was like a lowercase.
I don't even
cursive
remember
A.
a logo. I just remember saying acoustic on the top of them.
Who the hell is that?
I had an amplifier that was I think one was like 50 by 2 and one was like 25 by 4 or something like that. I had a pair of them and some Blue Thunder subwoofers. That was my first ever.
My first system that I had at the age of 14, and it was in my bedroom. Well, I didn't even own a car. Didn't have a
How long
driver's
ago were you
license.
14?
Let's see, I'm 31 now. So
So
however
17
long
years
ago
ago.
that was, yeah.
Okay, I was 3.
So yeah, I had a system. I had Pioneer 8-inch woofers and a little fourth order thing in my bedroom. But anyway, first in a car, I had a Phoenix Gold X-Max woofer, old X-Max, and I had a Pioneer 1600 watt something or another, some Exelon crap that I put in there, and a Pioneer radio. I don't remember the model numbers or anything, but it hit hard. Or for me, it hit hard. I was very happy with it.
That's my first system that I had, like my own system, was 3 Kicker CVR 10s on a Arc Audio 2K in my 88 CRX, and I got told at a show by someone who's pretty popular in the industry that it would not do a 50 because the box was all wrong.
Did you show them up?
It did a 51.2
There you go.
on like 800 watts clamped.
I've used CVRs. I love CVRs.
Dude, they took a beating.
CVRs are my favorite
I
budget
play
stuff.
music in my Bird box. It was tuned to like 57 or 58. Play
I-
30 hertz all day.
I had some CVR 15s, right? And I beat those things so bad. I flexed the cones enough to take the paint off of them.
Were they the
That's
tan
amazing.
colored ones?
No, they were gray.
Okay. Oh, are they
That's
gray?
the same ones I had. Well, I had the
Yeah,
darker
they're
gray, not
gray.
the.
In the early 2000s,
This would have been late 2000. There's videos on my YouTube.
Yeah.
There's videos of me just beating the snot out some CVRs back in the day.
I had some old
Dude,
CVRs.
I strapped a pair of original SAZ 1500s. I had them strapped at like quarter ohm each on a pair of CVR 15s. Just bejesus. Beating the
Spark-O-Matic
bejesus out of those subs.
Are they even around anymore?
Legacy amps.
Spark-O-Matic or Kicker? Spark-O-Matic.
Hmm?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
That's some flea market shit, I think.
I don't shop at
Check
Radio
your local
Shack
flea
anymore.
market.
I remember the days of Legacy, Lanzar, Phoenix Gold. Like back, wasn't that long ago. Let's say 15 years ago when things were like super, super cheap. And they were like, you'd see them at pawn shops and
Oh, yeah.
shit like that. I think a lot of those companies are trying to make their comeback now. I know Phoenix Gold has. They're doing better. I don't know much about it, but I keep bringing up Phoenix Gold, but they're doing something. I think Lanzar is trying to make a comeback too.
If I want to really date myself, I owned Fultron stuff back in the day.
Pre-Memphis.
Most people don't even like Fultron. What the hell is that? Like, yeah.
I've
also
heard,
made,
I've heard the
you
name.
find out how old Fultron was.
They also
and
made
that'll-
motorcycle helmets,
that'll let
didn't
you
they?
know. Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure like Fultron was motorcycle helmets before it was subwoofers.
Maybe.
I don't know much about Fultron. Oh
I don't
shit!
know. I just remember some guy going on a tangent one time and I just want to bang about like
That's
how
every
he's been
post.
sponsored like before a lot of us were alive, and I remember him saying something about them making motorcycle helmets before they got into car audio. I don't know. That could be fake news.
Motorcycle helmets. All right, cool. So let's switch gears here and talk a little bit about the weight loss thing we're doing. Did you didn't happen to post that video of the one? Was it yesterday we did weigh-ins?
No, I plan on doing that in the morning, doing the update video.
Okay, cool. So we did our weekly weigh-in. Yesterday was our 1 week mark. Was it Wednesday? Yeah. So yeah, yesterday was our weekly weigh-in, and we all, for the most part, lost a decent amount of weight. But again, that's only the first week. Pretty happy with myself, even though I fucked up one day and had some Chinese food, which it literally added like 2 or 3 extra pounds just from eating one meal. And it wasn't the amount of food that I ate. It was I would say the inflammation that occurred in my body during that.
No doubt. I mean, we talked about already that Chinese food in general has so much sodium and MSG in it that you eat some and you're going to soak up all that water and you're going to swell up.
Yeah.
And you're going to hold that until all that stuff flushes out of your system.
Hey, shout out Chinese food, though.
I love Chinese food.
Damn, any Asian food in general.
The day this is over with, I'm leaving here and going to Chinese buffet.
Absolutely.
I love Chinese buffet.
That's one thing I left out of the video. I don't know if you folks watched the video that I posted up last week. We did the weigh-ins, and we had the explosion at the end and all that bullshit. I left out the Chinese buffet. I didn't put that in the video.
Yeah,
a lot of us went to the Chinese buffet.
That's
that
what we
day.
did before we did our first weigh-in. We all went to Chinese buffet.
We filled
for
up
lunch.
as much as we could
Got
for the
that
weigh-in.
last big pig out in.
I felt
at the Chinese
absolutely
buffet.
horrible that day.
Complete shit.
It was
yes.
so bad.
Oh yeah, in the weigh-in video, you see me holding my stomach a lot. Like that's why, because we went to Chinese buffet and I
think I
ate
had
myself.
I think I had
since-
6
gotta
plates.
poop.
I felt like I was
so
pregnant
bad.
with twins.
Ugh.
I'm actually not participating in the challenge, but
You're still weighing in.
yeah, 7.8 pounds down.
That's awesome, dude. See, and you don't weigh that much. You can.
No, I'm pretty fat. Like, sweatshirt hides a lot.
Black hides a lot, Charlie. That's what you.
Like I think 95% of my t-shirts are black for that exact reason.
Exactly. I actually don't wear light colored shirts for 2 reasons. One, because I look like a fat ass, which I kind of am, and the second is as soon as I
own it.
As soon as I wear
Just
a
be who
nice
you are.
like a white shirt or a gray shirt, within a day or two, it's dirty. Like it's to
gray-
the point where
I
you
don't know.
can't clean it anymore.
Gray does good. Just the sport gray shirts I like to wear, they do pretty good. That's about as light as you want to go and not have your shirt get filthy in a day.
I seriously, I guess I need to start wearing a lobster bib every time I eat, because like
I mean, if
You and Jimmy.
yeah, every time I go to let's say the Thai or Vietnamese place that we go to, because I'm like slurping, there's shit flying all over the place, and if you were to look at my shirt, there's just shit all over it. If I were to wear a white shirt, it'd be ruined.
I don't do white at all.
I see the guys talking. Shout out to Memphis Audio. They make great stuff. No hate here. Memphis is great.
Not at
Great
all.
products. Matter of fact, our Super Cruiser, the F650, has a full Memphis setup in it right now.
Yep.
We're actually, I got a whole video we're working on for that. Whenever we get back around to it, that's another thing we haven't had time to get back on is doing the new install in the F650.
Yeah, it'll get wrapped at one point too. I think they're working on that.
Yeah, we've already went down to the wrap company, talked to them, got a quote. So
Actually,
all that is
I want to see how
been
the
planned out.
Memphis is doing some new stuff at CES. I saw a 6.5 and a 14-inch sub that they're releasing at or showcasing at CES.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Curious about
Ronnie.
the 14,
6.5 inch woofer.
The 14's got a 7.5 inch coil. And when I read that, I was thinking it's probably a shallow mount, but
That sounds like more of an SQ woofer.
yeah, I'm curious to see how it does. I mean, I hope that it does well. I just don't know how that'll translate to a lot of people abusing it in a base setting.
I want to say a lot of. There's a few really good so-called SQ companies out there that use really big coils, but they still don't have a whole lot of moving throw capability.
Right. Well,
I don't know the science involved in that, to be honest with you.
The picture they posted, they did like the pie cut out of it, so you could see the internals, and there's like not a lot of spider left, after the coil.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Whatever happened at Targa? Targa's still a thing. In South Africa, it's huge. Rupesh Kusayali, I think is his name. He has an extreme vehicle with all Targa in it in South Africa. It's actually a 4-door Blazer. It does over an 80.
I don't know much about them either. South Africa is kind of cut off in the whole car audio industry due to their tariffs.
South Africa is a whole nother world
Yep.
when it comes to car audio.
Yeah,
there's definitely what's that? There's like a wall. It's like you got American car audio, South American car audio. We're not that different from Europe, but then you go to South Africa, it's a whole nother different thing there than some of the stuff they do.
They are loud though.
They are loud.
They got some loud stuff.
one of the weird things about, and again, this has to do with tariffs and all that bullshit, but something in their country, it's like they're only allowed to import a certain dollar amount per year. Like each company, if they do importing, it's a certain dollar amount. Otherwise, they get hit like really hard with tariffs.
That's crazy.
So we've had multiple times in the past tried to sign somebody on as a distributor who really wanted to become a distributor for us, and then they have to do some kind of paperwork in the beginning to say, okay, I'm going to be importing stuff from America from this company, and I guess they find out how much it costs, and they
Yeah.
yeah.
Then it all goes to crap.
We had a distributor there for about a half a year, and that's about as far as that went.
They have another company there. I can't think. I think it's a South African brand. It's like something Star Audio, maybe something like that.
Star Sound.
Star Sound. That's what it is. And a lot there, it's like you either run Target or that, and then they have a lot of tear amps there too. But yeah, they don't really. It kind of has to be a domestic brand for it to flourish there.
Brazil,
probably for that reason.
Brazil's kind of similar to South Africa.
We're waiting on Sundown tweeters too. It's in the works. It's just one of those things that cannot be rushed right now.
I don't know the specifics. I don't want to state figures that aren't true, but I think Brazil has like a ridiculous, like almost 100% tariff on anything that's not from there.
So
their import tax is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I remember,
so they can export all they want.
Yeah, I remember a competitor from there telling me that if you see someone driving like a Ford or a Chevy or something from there, they're rich because they literally paid what the vehicle's worth in taxes on it. So
that is
one of the
true.
ways that they get around it is basically somebody from a different country has to sell to, like, we'll sell to somebody in like Panama, and then that guy will then sell to Brazil. I mean, obviously there's a markup there, but at least they're not paying. And apparently it's only to American goods or maybe American and European goods where the markup for them is or the tariff is so high. But I think like Central and South American countries selling to Brazil, it's not as high.
I mean, that would make sense.
I don't know, I could be completely wrong, but that's kind of what I heard.
That works for them. Like, what it?
Them damn Americans.
Right.
Americans. God, what else did I want to bring
They
up?
don't have any, like, legit like, all-around manufacturers.
Yeah.
Do they?
Down there?
Sound
Yeah.
Digital?
No, they only do amps.
There's like a whole DD Brazil,
Oh, okay.
down there.
Oh, so
Well,
we're going to have to
don't
make a
ask me
factory in
specifics.
I meant
Brazil.
like a
I don't know,
domestic
but-
brand, not necessarily
Sundown,
like a sister
South
company.
America.
Oh yeah, they have like Eros loudspeaker. It's like EROS, something like that.
They got subwoofers down there, native ones.
Ecuador is the same.
Yep. Steve, you were just in Ecuador, I believe, weren't you? Or somewhere out in that area.
Yeah, went
Um,
to Brazil.
But if we want to go back to the weigh-in real quick, so
Yeah.
we did our
We
weekly
kinda
weigh-in,
got off on a tangent.
and I am kicking everybody's ass.
Hey, I'm not too far from you. Well, what? Do you want to say it here? How much you lost in that 1 week?
Me?
Yeah.
I've lost 12 pounds in the first week.
I lost 10 on the official
Yep.
1 week weigh-in. I did at one point. It said 14, and then I ate that Chinese food and completely fucked me up for the rest of the week. So
Yeah, Johnny lost 13. I lost 12. Dave was right behind me at 11, and then you and Jimmy tied at 10, and then Jen gained 3 pounds.
But again,
don't
we're
know how
not
that happened.
we're not going by actual weight loss. We're actually going by a percentage of the weight
Yeah.
loss. So Derrick is definitely winning when it comes to percentage wise.
I was the smallest person that got in the challenge, so that's
Were you
long
really?
as I can.
Were you actually
match-
lighter than everybody else?
I was the lightest person.
Son of a bitch.
Dave's wife was the lightest, but she's not doing.
Yeah,
it.
she's not doing it.
Like
Jen was the
doing
only one in it that's closest to me, and she was 5 pounds heavier than I was. So if I can just keep up and match everybody else's weight loss, win by default.
I'm honestly, I'm really pushing to do 10 pounds a week. I'm pushing for it. I know that
Yeah.
that last
I
last 2 weeks is going to be hard as shit. I might actually have to do some exercise.
Yeah, that's where my body type cannot maintain that. I was actually down. I was hoping to lose 2 pounds a day the first week and then be at 14 down, so I could cut back and lose 1 pound a day for the next week, and then only have to lose a half pound a day for the last 2 weeks. And that was my goal, a pound a day for the first 28 days, and then just whatever I can do in those last, just not crunch it out real quick. And
Back in August, when I found out I was having liver failure problems, obviously you kind of freak out and you go on a diet.
Right.
So I went on a very clean diet, and I lost, not even really trying to lose weight. I was just trying to get my liver health back. I lost 20 pounds in 1 month, and that was without really trying. So now that I'm trying,
Yeah. If you're used to living we'll just say unhealthy lifestyle, but if you're used to overeating or eating
Yep.
the wrong thing, especially like I was real bad at sugars and sodas. My breakfast was a honey bun and a Mountain Dew every morning. I drank a lot of soda. I ate a lot of sweets, a lot of sugars. And so, yeah, just cutting that stuff out for me makes a massive difference.
yeah, I'm a big pasta and rice guy, and it really sucks to not eat those things.
All the carbs.
Yeah, but yeah,
I love carbs.
I have
Carbs normally don't
major.
do me bad because I burn them off pretty good. But
Yeah, I sit at a fucking desk all day.
the sugars though was my weakness. Too much sugar intake.
My problem was just overeating. Like, I mean, obviously, I'm not like really monitoring myself hard, but I've noticed in the last week I feel better not eating as
Yes.
frequently and as much when I do
Oh.
as I did.
I'm guilty of it, but
I have noticed.
sometimes you just got to. Sometimes the food's too good.
Mhm.
You gotta,
Right.
you gotta
I mean,
overeat
sometimes
for
it's
that
not
meal.
really like you're just disrespecting yourself by not eating as much.
Yeah, they say to drink like a 8-ounce glass of water 20 minutes before you eat. That way you don't eat as much. Who the
Doesn't
hell
work.
wants to do
It's a
that?
no for me.
Doesn't work for me.
Never tried it. And I probably
Actually,
won't.
drinking water like that helps to me to process and flush out.
Mhm.
And yeah, the more water I drink, the more I can eat.
So what are you doing, Derek, during your diet? Diet, exercise, like what?
Okay, so
what's your
I
process?
mentioned I had way too much sugar intake. I knew it. It was just that was my vice.
Mhm.
So I changed from my soda, my Mountain Dew in the morning. So now I do black coffee to get my caffeine and just straight up black coffee. It's horrible. It's awful. But that's what I'm doing. And no sugar at all. And I did go ahead and go low carb just for the sake of the diet. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I went low carb, so I cut out. And I'm not big on breads anyway. I honestly hate breads. I don't eat bread or
I love
biscuits or none of that stuff. So
That should be a felony.
I went ahead and went low carb. Now I do love my pastas and rice. They're
Yep.
one of my weaknesses, but I went ahead and cut that out too for the sake of this diet. And I just tried to replace it with basic whole good type stuff. Nothing processed, no processed foods. A lot of proteins, fruits and veggies, and natural real
People are saying
proteins.
Yeah.
Like
People are saying
no
water
Vienna
sucks.
sausages.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I just
nothing
had
like
flashbacks.
nothing like that.
It just gave me
But I'm not
PTSD.
worried about fat. Fat, I don't worry about at all. Like
No.
my body will process that stuff crazy. I don't care what crazy diet you think, whatever.
Yeah.
So I eat fat. That's fine. I do peanuts. I do steak. I do chicken breasts. I
had some of your
try and
peanuts today.
yeah.
If
that's
you're
fine.
doing the new fad diet, which now is
Yeah.
the
Peanuts
keto,
are like
the
my
keto diet,
in
that's
between supplement,
high
like,
fats.
if I get a little craving during the day, I'm hungry. I feel like I just a handful of peanuts help knock out that craving, keep moving.
People are saying water sucks. What the fuck's wrong with people?
Water's okay.
I love drinking stuff with flavor. You know,
Yeah.
even typically if I'm not doing soda, I would at least try and go for like a Gatorade or something or a juice. But they're like every juice there is. All your juices got sugars. They're
Full of
loaded with
sugar.
sugars.
I'd
You
be
buy
getting-
orange juice,
And if
is
it doesn't have
loaded with
sugar, it's got aspartame, which is just
you
as
know,
bad.
You get grape juice, any kind of juice, it's loaded with sugar. And if you get some that says no sweeteners or no sugars, they got artificial sweeteners in there. They all
Just as
do,
bad.
and that stuff's even worse.
Beefaroni.
Artificial sweeteners whoever invented them should go die in a fire. And
You know the whole.
skip the
That's
rest
why
of
you
it.
build like a Hot
I
Pocket.
read this whole thing about the whole reason why weed is not legal is because of sugar. There's like a monopoly, or not a monopoly. There was like this high up dude in the sugarcane industry, and he did the whole reefer madness shit.
No, that's hemp.
Hemp,
I think
was
that's
it hemp?
I think hemp
Yeah,
is
it's,
what you're thinking
I
of.
really
It's
thought
hemp.
There was a thing with
sugar
hemp in
industry
the
did it.
paper industry and
Because
the
hemp is
sugar
like
and
hemp
all
has
that.
like infinite uses.
At least I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the story I heard had hemp had
I think
to do
sugar
with a lot
had
of
something to
that.
do with something at one point. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's because they're scared of it. That's why. They're not people.
Yes, Skip.
Yep.
I can't say I enjoy the taste of water, but I don't dislike it. It's
Yep.
you know,
Get
it's
those
water.
little,
so-
What I do with water is I just down it real
Little
fast.
packets.
I just because I have to tell myself to drink because when I get busy in the office and I just forget to drink, so I'll have a big bottle of water.
Oh yeah, always get a cup,
Just
fill it up, and just
fucking
keep it
down
in
it.
front of you. Keep it in your face in front of you to remind you to drink.
well, I
That's
could
why
be
Jimmy
staring at
carries
it.
his around.
I'll be on the phone with somebody and there's my water bottle's there. I'm just looking at it, shaking it, but I forget to drink the damn thing.
Yeah, I've even made like I will bring my cup and I will put it like right now if I stay late, I'm working on the Blazer, I will put my cup right there so that every time I move, bam, it's right in my face. Take a drink, nonstop.
Yeah.
I can't chug water. I don't know why. It just like makes you feel like shit afterwards. Especially cold water. God, cold water.
My water has to be cold.
Yeah, it's got to be
I
cold.
always, I can't. I don't know if it's true. Like I don't want to lie, but I always heard that like cold water is actually bad for you, especially if you're working. Like real ice
I've
water.
heard that before, but
Like blood
also
clots or some shit?
I also believe it makes your body burn more calories because it has to work to warm it up, or some bullshit like that. I'm not a doctor. I don't know nothing.
I mean, I don't like warm water, but like the machine.
Foreigners
cold enough water for me.
love warm water.
I've heard the myths. Heard all kind of crazy myths that cold water like ruins your digestion and stuff like that. I don't believe it.
I don't know.
I drink the hell out of some cold water and it helps my digestion.
Not eating correct bacteria.
I know it works.
Yeah.
I like water. I like water when it's cold as shit. That's the only way I can drink it. So, but I'm doing, I guess you can say, the keto and intermittent fasting, and it works really well for me. I've done it before, and it's just what I'm going to stick with because it works. Which means very low carbs, like 20 to 30 grams a day, which ain't
Keto's
shit.
almost no carbs.
And then high fats, moderate proteins, lots of vegetables, like dark leafy greens to get your minerals. And I also take a lot of different supplements, like mineral supplements and shit like that.
I got a question.
Yeah.
How did that whatever you posted on Facebook last night taste?
Fucking awesome.
Okay, because it looked
like shit, didn't it?
It looked
like some awful slop.
It is. I call it slop. So it was ground beef. So the base was ground beef sausage. I fried that up with some onions, garlic, and green pepper. So I get all that fried up, and I threw in mixed vegetables and cauliflower rice, and then what gave it that.
You lost me there. Cauliflower rice?
Yeah, it's rice that is, or not rice. It's a cauliflower that's chopped up finely to look like rice.
Yeah, I'm already out.
Yeah, there's no taste really. It's just a good filler, and it's actually good for you. And then
I like cauliflower. I like the taste of it. I like most all veggies though.
Cauliflower.
Mashed cauliflower tastes pretty awesome. Actually, has a very similar consistency to standard mashed potatoes. But anyway, it was that, and what gave it that really white look was I had put a whole block of cream cheese in there and mixed it in with it, and I stuffed more cheese on top of it.
Yeah, it looked terrible. I scrolled past it. I was like, "Good God!" What is that? Went back and I was like,
I had it for lunch today, and it was good. I want to eat it for dinner again.
I don't know. It seemed like you just were trying to get rid of shit in the cabinet. Like,
no, I actually
you go in the cabinet and pick out all the stuff like this is about to expire. This is on its last day.
I legitimately, good Lord, that's huge. I'm going to show the people here.
That's what she said.
I legitimately went to Food Lion, and
shout out Blazer on 26s.
Yes. No, I'm not. I don't have that screen up yet. Where is? I want to show the people the thing he's talking about. There it is.
Oh, did you have to pull that back up?
Here we go.
This you can't. I mean, you can see some green stuff, which I assume is peppers, and some orange stuff.
Looks like peas.
These right here. There's green peppers and there's
like a green bean, but
those
other little
beans.
Dots look like peas.
Like this is why there
There's
are.
probably
This
some
is
peas
why
in
there are
there.
memes about white people cooking.
Yes,
right there.
Dude, this tasted
like
awesome.
this could be a meme about white people cooking.
Yeah,
like,
we
damn
should
it,
make
Hannah.
it a meme. Yeah, it came out really good, guys.
This is why you don't get you a Hannah.
No, that's a Becky meal right there.
My sister's name is Becky. Leave her alone.
My mom's a Becky. She can't boil water right.
Yeah. See, playing into the stereotype.
No one likes the taste of cauliflower. I like the taste of cauliflower. That's good.
Skip doesn't seem to like the taste of anything healthy.
Damn,
That's
Skip.
why he's built
Skip
like a
likes
hot pocket.
Hot pocket. All right, guys. I think we should probably end it here. Does anybody else want to say anything?
I can't think of anything.
Blazer?
I don't know. I mean, you tell me how far you want to talk about that.
Oh, you're doing a build. So
I don't care.
Sundown Audio unofficial channel. Derek's doing a build log on the Blazer. Don't forget DVS Designs to get your T-shirts. Also, Woofers Etc. They contacted me and wanted me to say that if you buy any Sundown equipment on their website, it's woofersetc.com. Use promo code SWAG, and you can get yourself like a free promo. They got like lanyards and koozies and maybe T-shirt.
I got
something you want to throw in
I
there.
got a question for Derrick.
Yep.
Are you going after anybody with the blazer, or is this?
I meant to ask that. Go ahead.
Like, is there a vendetta here, or?
I wouldn't say vendetta.
Well, he did say fuck Chris Peters.
Oh yeah,
Well, that's a given. You don't even need a blazer to say that. But
I definitely said hashtag fuck Chris Peters and told Chris Peters to get his ass out of Super Street 5+. But I'm not gonna say I'm coming after anybody. Just 172 or die.
You just want to show everybody up.
you don't need a.
I think people
European
underestimate
vehicle.
American vehicles, and that's it.
I think
Simple as that.
I think RP really threw a stick in everybody's spokes when everybody's like, "Oh, you're wasting your time if you build an American car." Bam, 70 in a year, less than a
Yeah,
year.
and people been talking about caravans can't get loud forever. The caravans won't get past 65, and so many caravans popped up out of, and went bam. No, we're gonna.
Right.
We're
I mean,
gonna
there's
do
no
very
wall. There's
loud
no wall
numbers.
caravans doing over 65.
Yeah.
Without the issues that people said would happen.
And caravans are a great platform. They have a lot of good interior characteristics that lend to SPL.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
But you just don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I totally understand.
No, it ain't that. That's zero of any of the reason. But I like mini trucks. I like mini trucks. I like 4-door Blazers.
But how's it going to be a mini truck with them big ass wheels on it?
It's still a mini truck. It still is
It's a
what
Carolina
it is.
thing.
It's just gonna be a donkalicious.
If it's not
Donkalicious.
Carolina squatted,
You gonna tuck them wheels in? Or you go.
Oh no, they got to get spaced out.
Skating.
So the goal with that, and it all just happened random. I knew I was gonna put wheels and tires on it of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
It just I kind of had to wait till later in the build to decide what I wanted to do. And so then these things popped up on my Facebook. Is a dude I knew, the local. He was on my friends list, was selling them. And when they popped up, and I'm just like, I need this. I instantly I think I took it. I screenshot. I was showing people like, I need to do this. I feel like I need to make this look as just ridiculous as possible. I knew I had to kind of do a little lift on the Blazer anyway to get things how I wanted it. It was like, we're gonna put big wheels on it. Let's make this happen.
Do you have any plans for a wrap or anything?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to tell all that?
I mean, might as well.
We're gonna save that one. Yes, I will be wrapping it. I'll be wrapping it. I'll be doing some.
There will be a color,
real dramatic and
Chris
crazy
Peters.
with the wrap that will go along with the big wheels and the future lift that's coming to it, and a wrap and the works. And it is just going to be as
outrageous
as possible.
All right.
Full obnoxious troll mode in effect.
All right, so we're going to stop it here. Everybody say goodbye to that camera. Thank you guys for watching. To everybody that's stuck in, and you guys have a good night.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Bryan Chamberlain. Presented by Sundown Audio.